Hello there, guys. My name is TWolfX54, and today I'm giving you guys 15 useful Battle Royale tips. I looked some of these up, like looking for tips for Battle Royale. Could not find anything on YouTube, so I figured I'd make my own tip guide. I've won decent amount of games on Battle Royale, and I've definitely made it to at least the top 5 many times. So hopefully these can help you out, and I hope you enjoy the video. In the background, playing right now on screen, is a game of Battle Royale that I played that was really good, and I think I can't exactly calculate how many kills I got in this game, but I made it to the final 2. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy watching this. But so we are going to get started with tip number 1. Always stay in the middle of the blue circle. Basically, once you get far enough into the game, eventually there's a blue circle, and you're just gonna immediately want to try to get to the middle of that, or where you estimate to be the middle of that, because that, as it shrinks, it's gonna get smaller around the middle. So if you're already in the middle, you don't have to move as much. So that's basically what I do all the time, and I think that's a very useful tip, because if you're not inside the blue circle at a certain time, you have a time limit to get inside of it. If you're not inside of it, then you will die slowly. You can use health packs if you don't have enough time to get inside there before you start dying. You can use health packs and actually heal on your way to the blue circle, but it's just overall better to be in the middle by then. On hardcore, basically hardcore mode, some servers are hardcore. It's actually called ranked servers. Those are the hardcore ones. You can't put markers on the map, first off, so you're gonna have to use coordinates and your GPS. That's what we use all the time to find where we're going. And then your field of view, or not your field of view, but like you can't go into third person, first off, so you're gonna stay in first person. So what you're gonna want to do is widen your field of view, so that way you can see a little bit. This was actually a hardcore or a ranked server right here. I didn't widen my field of view though, and that's possibly might be why I lost in the end. But yeah, so widen your field of view. If you don't know how to do it, I'm sure there's videos on how to do it to where you can double tap the minus key on your number pad, and it'll make your field of view wider. So that's just a tip. The problem is, though, with your field of view, keep it in mind that when you aim in, you're going to not be able to see as closely. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have to either get really close to your screen, or you're gonna have to zoom in a lot. So tip number 3: plan your route in the beginning of the match. Like I said, on hardcore servers, you can't put map markers. So what you're probably gonna want to do is use your GPS, use the coordinates on it, and then find the coordinates of where you're going, so that way you can kind of tell where you're going. It doesn't always work, but that's normally what we try to do. Or you could just use cardinal directions: north, south, east, west. But if it's not on a hardcore server, just mark on the map where you're gonna go to, and that goes into the next tip, which is pull your parachute as soon as you possibly can after you hop out of the C-130, because if you pull that parachute as fast as you can, you're gonna be so high up, and you're gonna be able to parachute wherever it is on the map, or at least get close. So that way you're not just going straight down onto the ground, pulling your parachute really late, and then having to find a car or run. It's just so much easier. If you guys don't know that, I mean, that's a pretty basic tip. Everybody does that when they're playing Battle Royale. So, yep. Number 5, don't get greedy. That means, if you kill somebody and their body's way out of cover and stuff, I wouldn't get greedy and go out and try to get the gear they have. So never get too greedy. If you see a care package, this has happened to us many times, me and my friends. You see a care package that was dropped outside of the zone, don't go for it. That's complete suicide, and trust me, it's just not worth it. because you might make it out alive, but it's you have much higher chance of dying in that process. Try to avoid contact until later in the game. Like, if you see somebody, I would try to avoid them mostly. Unless you have a great shot on them or you have amazing cover. But I would say until later in the game, I wouldn't really start killing, like targeting to kill everybody you see. Because, like, there's been many times that I see people and I try to pass them up and just hope that they don't see me, so I can go to the place I'm headed to. Because if I get into a gunfight, there's that chance that I could die, and then of course you don't want to die in Battle Royale. That's the complete opposite of what you want to do. So let's see here. Number 7, try to find a sight for your gun. As you can see, I have an MRCO on my CZ that's in my backpack in this game right now. That MRCO actually came in handy way longer, or way like farther into the game, as you'll see later on. But like, if you have a sight, the sight can determine whether you win a gunfight or lose a gunfight in this game, because a sight can make your accuracy so much better, and it's just way better. Always go to the military buildings when you're looking for stuff. Like, I'm in a barracks right now, and that's how I find all this good stuff. And if you're in a military building, you have way higher chance of finding a gun, a sight, grenades, health packs, really anything. But of course, residential homes actually spawn a lot of stuff too. So if you're in a town, you can probably find a decent amount of stuff as well. So yeah. Number 8, stay hidden if possible. Like, no matter what point it is in the game, unless it's the very beginning. I mean, I wouldn't really worry about it in the very beginning. But like, once you get a gun and stuff, don't be stupid and go out into the middle of a field trying to, you know, just get to a place out. Be patient, and if it comes down to it, take the long way around the map, because to be honest, it could really benefit you in the long run. And yeah. So let's see here. Number 9, watch your own back. Keep a watchful eye out. This kind of goes back to my King of the Hill tips, how you should always watch your corners and stuff and watch your flank. Later on in the game, you can see how I kind of watch my flank by setting up a trip mine that I just picked up in that building. It didn't really work, but I mean, it would definitely work later on, and we've actually killed people. Me and my friends have killed people with trip mines in this game. That's another story for another time. Actually, I think it's on his channel, Happy Comedy's channel. So yeah, so just keep an eye out. Again, if you're on a ranked server, widen your field of view so you can see farther and keep a better eye out. But other than that, just look around where you're going, because if you don't, you have a very high chance of getting shot in the back, like I do to some people in this game that weren't paying attention. Tip number 10, get into the blue circle as soon as possible, because if you get into the blue circle, this kind of goes back to tip number 1, get into the middle of the blue circle. But whether later on in the game, if you don't get to the blue circle, no matter what time it is in the game, I mean, you can die. So as soon as that blue circle pops up, you're gonna want to try to get to it. And as you can see in this game, I kind of got greedy here in a minute. Right here I'm in a gunfight kind of, but you don't want to get greedy. That kind of goes back to getting greedy, and try to get loot. If that blue circle pops up, find a car and get to it. As you can see, I do soon in this gameplay. Number 11, find a suppressor. Suppressors, especially for M4s, which I use later on in the game, are very, very good, especially later on when those circles smaller, so that way the people can't hear your gunshots and you're completely off their radar. It's so much better. And so if you can find a suppressor, there's all kinds of suppressors for your guns in this game. So find a suppressor. Again, they're in military buildings, residential buildings, really any buildings in the whole entire game you can find suppressors. Excuse me. Number 12, if you kill someone, watch out for their friends. A lot of people play with friends in this game mode. I know I for sure play with a bunch of my friends all the time, and like these bodies I'm gearing, I have a feeling that these guys were buddies that got ambushed. So that's why you should keep an eye out for somebody's friend, because you know, if you shoot somebody and the other guy's, who knows, in the woods next to him or something, he can very well come get you while you're looting his body, or somehow find you and shoot you. You never know. Just a precaution. Number 13. Don't always sit in one spot, but there is some exceptions to this. If you have like non-suppressed gun and the place you're in doesn't have amazing cover, it only has cover from like one little spot, I wouldn't stay there for long. But if you have a suppressor, that's kind of an exception because people can't really find you as easily. But it's still probably not a good idea, even if you do have a suppressor, to sit in the same spot if it doesn't have the best cover. But if it does have really good cover from 1, 2, 3 places around you, then I would suggest sitting there, because you know, you can only have to watch one little spot that you don't have cover from, and the rest of the areas you're covered. That's just, I don't know, it's kind of confusing, but it had some exceptions. Alright, so number 14, we're almost done with this list, and it's not even halfway through the gameplay. I'll probably let the gameplay continue throughout the video, but the problem is that I didn't really commentate because I was concentrating, so I'm sorry about that. But so back to tips. Number 14, turn your headset up. If you turn your headset up, you can sound whore the crap out of people in this game. Hear their footsteps, hear gunshots, hear them opening doors now. That's a new thing in the update. You can hear people open their doors, hear cars, you can hear everything. It just overall is way better. I wouldn't get off task when it comes to sounds. Like, don't be watching a YouTube video like I was in this game while you're playing, so that way you don't get killed because you didn't hear somebody shooting at you for 5 minutes and you didn't even notice because your headset wasn't turned up or you're watching YouTube. Don't do that. So, and if you don't have a good headset, I would suggest the Turtle Beaches. That's what I have. I just have X12s. They've lasted me for a year and a half now, maybe 2 years almost. I know Cameron has some sort of Razer headset that are really nice. Yeah, so the last tip, number 15, this kind of goes to being alert and like watchful. Keep a lookout for care packages. Just a tip that some people might not know is that they actually deploy red smoke, and I think it goes for, I don't know how long it goes until the smoke runs out, but care packages, when they're on the ground, they have red smoke by them. But then again, that could be bad because that means other players could be alerted. Most of the time, if you see a care package dropping, somebody else probably sees it dropping too. I remember one game, me and Cameron were actually, it's actually on his new video, I think. We were going to a care package, and there happened to be a second care package right next to it. We got really greedy about it, but the other one had red smoke, and somebody else was alerted by it, and I got shot. But Cameron came out and shot him in the chest or something with I think it was a lynx that he found at the care package. So that was pretty cool. So, and if you don't know, I think it's the Ospreys that drop them. I think that's what the vehicle is. I can't really remember off the top of my head right now, but some sort of vehicle drops them. So yeah, and just another little tip that I'm not really gonna include as a giant tip is that like the bombing zones are red on the map, if you don't already know that. So don't be in those areas. And if you do find that area, get in a car and try to drive out as fast as you can. Just so you know, right here I'm actually zooming as fast as I can to the circle, because I don't have much longer until, you know, till the blue circle is like the only area you're allowed to go. And I'm trying to navigate it. It's in hardcore, so I can't really make a marker. And I almost crashed multiple times. Yeah, that's all my tips. If you use these tips wisely, you will for sure at least be in the probably top or last final five, and from there on you just gotta have luck and a good gun. That's all I would really say. And you also have to be very alert, and again, those tips kind of come into play there. Be very alert, on your toes, just keep looking out, stay in cover, and hopefully eventually you'll win the game. I remember trying to look back, first time I won, it was me and Cameron. It was like our second game. It's actually on my channel. It was the first time I won. It was my last Battle Royale video. It was I was actually really surprised that I won that game. But yeah, and a couple announcements, just because I haven't really uploaded a lot lately. I uploaded like 6 DayZ standalone videos in a row. Haven't played DayZ standalone for like a week or two now. So I'm sorry about not getting any content of that out to you, but I've been trying to get some new stuff out. We've been playing new games. We've been checking out Rust and Gmod. Hopefully I can get you guys videos soon. I'm gonna try to make more uploads, because I haven't uploaded in a week and a half, I think 2 weeks. So I'm sorry about that. School has also been pretty hard. I actually am on fall break right now, which only the state I live in has. I'm sure other states have them, but like the state in this tri-state, my state in the tri-state area right here, is the only state I think that has fall break. Well, I know the state north of us doesn't. I don't know about the state to the west. I'm getting offhand. So yeah. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get more videos out to you guys though. And yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and drop a like. I remember my last tips and tricks video for King of the Hill got a lot of views. And right here, this shot though, this is why you should be alert. This guy had no idea I was here. And look at this. Boom, dead. Just wrecked him so hard. That was like the best thing ever. But where was I? Yeah, the King of the Hill video, the tips and tricks that I uploaded, that got a lot of positive feedback. So figured I'd upload something else for you guys that was kind of like that, and this is it. And also, if you guys want to see some series, I've been trying to think of some series to do. I've been trying to do some more Battle Royale like this, and I've also been I've been thinking about doing another series for King of the Hill, because we've been playing that more. We've been playing a lot more Arma 3 lately, and I've been trying to come up with cool series ideas. It's just hard because there's so much to cut out, so much footage cut out during Arma 3 gameplays and stuff, and it's so hard to, you know, edit Arma 3 footage. Like, this was a total of an hour of gameplay, and I cut out about 30 minutes of it, and there's still probably more I could have cut out. But yeah, hopefully I can do that later on. And I think I'm just gonna end the commentary now. I'll let you guys watch the rest of this gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoy. My name is TWolfX54, and see you guys later.